What's good, everybody? It's me, your homie Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells podcast table. My apologies, I was being once again a fast ass, so I was unable to play our opening theme commercial, but I got you in the middle. I'm sorry because I made a new one, but I forgot to load it in. But anyway, we're here. And it's Monday. Happy Monday Night Raw. Happy first day of the week, everybody. And happy Bad Blood after. Ooh, we got a lot to talk about, but I'm not here alone. I'm here with the homies sitting right over there on my seat. That's Mundo, a.k.a. Mr. CEO. And over there in his seat is our Google guy, Triple J. Fellas, what's going on?
Say his name and he appears.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? You know what time it is.
Yeah. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mundo, a.k.a. Mr. A.k.a. himself, and happy Monday, everybody. Happy 2-hour Raw. Happy Bad Blood Fallout week, and golly, man, oh man, what a Monday Night Raw we got tonight. I'm excited to get back to it. What's going on, Shannon Mac? What's going on, Triple J? What's up?
Hey, main event Jay Uso's now in your city. It's just
Yeah, it's your boy, Main Event Triple J, now live here on YouTube. Man, we just had a great show tonight, followed by that great weekend we just had. Fellas, I'm ready to get into it tonight. I'm ready, you all. God bless. Salute to everybody that's listening.
That's right, and it's about this time that I do that thing that the fellas asked me to do because, as Mundo will say, only I could do the way I do. So, right, something like that, right? Did I get it?
Only you can do what you do, so do you.
Okay, I added extra doo-doo so I can flush it out. So because Mundo asked for it, and then triple over there, he's ready, and hopefully you are ready. I'm ready, so let's do it. Let's get it, for this is the Three Bells podcast, everybody. All right, so before we start our show, once again, I have to give prayers and condolences to the Sissy Houston. Sissy Houston, she is a Grammy-winning gospel singer, as well as the mother of the late and great Whitney Houston. So shout out to her. She passed away at 91.
Wow.
So 91. Three bell salute. So
Yes.
which is also, she's a legend as well, just like everywhere, especially in the gospel world. So yeah. So fellas, we are live. Well, Raw was live tonight in St. Louis. That sounds familiar. Like, it sounds like a place that we're gonna be in your show, Triple J, tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Jay, as you can see with my Met shirt on, it sounds like WWE is pulling a double header in St. Louis.
Hell yeah. Nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay, so St. Louis, apparently that's the place to be, huh, Jay?
Right.
Thank God they gave us time to watch the game.
It's weird to me, though. I had no clue that they were going to be in St. Louis tonight. It wasn't until once they said, "Hey, we're live in St. Louis." I'm like, "Oh shit, really? Okay."
Yeah, and guess what's happening? There's a double taping tonight, so the fans are still there
What are they taping for tonight?
because they're going to the UK next week. So they're
they're
taping
doing-
next. They're taping next week tonight.
And you know what's crazy? Because I was going to ask y'all, do you think that they would have the fans stay there still? Because, usually they would be there till 12 o'clock anyway. So cool. They get an extra Raw. I mean, now.
Well, a usual Raw, what the Raw that we used to get, but now, starting today, this is our first 2-hour Raw
Yeah.
since 2012.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't watching Raw when they went 3 hours, so I have no idea. Maybe I think a little earlier than that. Maybe
Probably earlier than that. Yeah,
2009, something like that.
okay.
The Google guy is supposed to Google
The
that.
Google Eye, yeah, the Google
Google
Eye.
Eyes.
Hello.
Google
Yes,
guy.
you're the Google guy. Google guy.
Yeah. But
He said, no
wow,
matter where I go, I'm just the Google guy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
different though,
pretty
man.
much.
I mean, to see, I haven't seen a 2-hour Raw in so many years. Like most of my life, it's been, I haven't seen it since I was a kid, basically. So it was something different. But yeah, Shane O'Mac.
Shane,
Yeah,
you're correct. You're actually correct.
Oh, it is 2012.
2012,
Okay.
July 23rd.
And that's right before I started watching Raw again. So
Yeah, that
There
was
you go.
the 1000th episode as well.
really, I remember
As a way to
that.
celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1000 was their first.
Right, because I remember that was the Undertaker. He came back, and the New Age Outlaws and all that. I think they won the championship that night too, the tag championship. Wow, it feels like yesterday.
Yeah, that doesn't seem too long ago.
And we're talking about 22 years ago.
No, we're talking
No,
about
we're talking
we're
about
talking about
12.
12.
I'm
12
bugging.
years.
Excuse me.
12
Go ahead
years.
and do it. Go ahead and do it. Let's get it over. I went perfect for the whole weekend. God damn it.
There,
Look,
it is.
It's all good though. It's all good. I'll own up to that because my math wasn't mathing.
It's been a long time coming. Well, guess what? My math is mathing, and guess what? Boom! There's the one.
You couldn't wait.
There's
You
your
got-
one. Man,
goddamn.
I had my finger on that one for the past several shows.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't even bother to introduce the Womp Womp board, but goddamn, all right. I'll
It's,
take
it's
it.
right there. I
He's
brushed
like,
it off.
boom.
I brushed it off. Oh, God, it's a big old M on there.
All right.
Yeah. Believe it or not, and I'm surprised, Mundo, that WWE hasn't said anything about this month's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
It's odd because they usually have like that one ring rope that's pink, and they normally have on the entrance owl. But I guess I don't know. I guess things are different. I don't know. It's so weird. But I know individually, WWE talent, they've acknowledged it. We've acknowledged it, and regardless, we will continue to acknowledge it. Shout out to my aunt Sheila, who's currently dealing with that right now. I love you, pray for you, and I know you are strong enough to get through it. So shout out to you, Auntie. I love you so very much.
Shout out to Auntie. Special 3 bells for Auntie.
Thank you, Shane.
You got it.
Thank
She
you,
got
Jay.
it. All right. And yes, we will be having our pink ribbons and pink throughout the entire month. Actually, we started on Friday. So
Correct.
that was Mundo's idea, the CEO. He said, let's do pink. Not a
Yeah.
problem. Not
Thank
a
you
problem.
again, Shane, for making that happen. I appreciate it, man. Word.
Very welcome. Very welcome. My pleasure. So since we on a little giddy and thankful mood, this is the time where we usually say hi to the superstars that comes in. That comes in, either through an elevator or through the hallway or through the parking lot, what have you. And these are usually the superstars that are main eventing or have a big match of the night. This includes Sami Zayn and Gunther. They're our main event for tonight. And then we have Pete Dunne and Sheamus for having a Jay, help me out here. What is it called? A Donny
Dooney book.
Dooney book.
That sounds funny
Yeah.
too, but we'll roll with it for now.
Yeah,
I think it was Donnie, but okay, we'll go with
Donnie
Right.
Dooney something.
Donnie Brooke. Right. I have Donnie Brooke. Okay. And we have the New Day. The New Day, they coming out for Xavier Woods. He's going 101 against our current Intercontinental Champion, the Uso, Jay Yeet Uso. And then of course, being that we just finished with our Bad Blood PLE.
Right, say that 5 times.
Yeah, try to say that 5 times plus 5 times more. They had a successful PLE, as well as we have a now successful PLE watch party. Shout out to Mundo and Triple J for our watch party. Is it the second or is it like our highest rated thus far?
Well, the last time I seen it, I sent that to you guys yesterday. It was at 300 views or so plus.
Nice.
So it was our second highest so far, but it's only Monday, so it might overtake the return of Roman Reigns, which is our highest rated, highest viewed show here on YouTube Live.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, it was at 383 views. So, guys, run up, Bad Blood. It was a great night with me, Shane, Jay, Sylvie, and LaVon. We had a hell of a night. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Very fun. Special shout out to LaJuan, Mr. IM_L from Tri-State Mania. Thank you so much. And our homegirl, Sylvie. Thank you so much, Sylvie, for tuning in and hanging out with the fellas. And yeah, her reaction and LaJuan's reaction. And it's like gold. Priceless.
We got to put that up on YouTube. I'll send you the video where, I put the videos all together. And I mean, their stuff is priceless, man. Oh my gosh. You too, Jay. And Shane, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. My pops was like, Shane tried to hide it, but he was excited. He did the,
Yeah, I was trying to play it cool, but I wanted to do that so bad, but
he called it out. He was like, Shane was trying
to play it cool.
Because he said he was watching it live. I didn't know he was watching it live. He was like, yo, that was one of y'all best shows ever. I was like, hey, it was almost 4 hours long, but,
It was, wow. It was a long show.
It was a long show, but it was worth it. I mean, shout out to the Hell in a Cell match, man. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's everyone's favorite match. Like they asked, like, what is everyone's favorite match and blood moment and what was the best moment and best dress? Like they had these questions, but that was the number one question. Your favorite match, the best match, and everybody across the board said Drew and Punk.
It was worth it. I mean, and you know what? I want to give my I want to say this. You watch the pay-per-view, you watched us react to it, and we kept making fun of fake blood here and there. But I want to give my regards to Mr. Drew McIntyre, because apparently that was not fake blood. He split his head open on that 2 box and required about maybe 16 staples, if I'm not mistaken. I seen the pictures, and then I seen the backstage video of them trying to close him up. And I was wondering, because remember, I'm like, yo, why is he bleeding so much from his head? And it makes sense now. And then that last and then that last jab from the wrench from CM Punk open, just the blood just started pouring again. I was like, oh shit. So now to know that that was 100% real, and he finished the match. He was so pissed off when the referee was trying to give him the towel to wipe off. I give it to him, man. Drew, man, you earned my respect even more. I mean, you had a hell of a year. Like LaJuan and I said on Friday and continue to say today in our private chats, like, bro, if they do the Slammies again in WrestleMania week for Superstar of the Year, my vote is for you, 100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely, we agree. Wow,
yeah.
That's amazing. So let me find out that CM Punk opened it even more with the wrench. Like he stuck it in and just peeled it.
Bruh. Oh my God. And then,
wow.
Because remember, what will always stick with me is that point when Drew was on his knees. And, probably was staged where, he's begging CM Punk to like chill out. But then the blood just out of nowhere just started gushing out of his fucking head. And I'm like, oh my gosh, not knowing that was real. Like he was really bleeding for his life.
That's amazing.
At that moment. So like that,
That's-
they didn't even need to try to do the Stone Cold thing. That right there, that shot right there, that'll live on forever if they don't show it in black and white.
Oh yeah.
So Mundo, say his name and he appears. I am _ LeBron. He says, what's up, fellas? And he
What
has
up,
good
LeBron?
news. He has good news. Get a load of this. Fellas, I'm here to say you guys have new breaking record with 408
Whoa.
views.
Oh, wow.
The Bad Blood video is now the most watched and viewed video on the Three Bells podcast.
Wow. 408 views
408.
in
That's
48
amazing.
hours. Wow.
That's amazing. Congratulations,
And that was
Jay.
wow.
Congratulations, Mundo.
Congratulations, fellas. I mean, my goodness.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Lawan. Thank you so much. You helped us
Yeah.
with that. You and Sylvie. So thank you two so much. You really don't know how much we appreciate you. Thank you.
And shout outs to you and LeBron for starving during that pay-per-view. I appreciate y'all, Shane and LeBron, because these two are like, I'm hungry.
I was good. I had
Well,
a half
I
a
was-
sandwich and then the other
I was
half.
hungry too.
Yeah. No, it
You
was
too, Jay?
spit
Well,
it
then
out.
shout outs to y'all.
Yeah,
I was the
hell
only
yeah, I
one.
was
Look,
hungry.
I told y'all, I said, look, I ate before the damn pay-per-view, and I was watching the Mets game. I was laying down and started falling asleep. I was like, holy shit, let me wake up. Because I'm like, we got a pay-per-view to do in a few hours, a few minutes, actually. So, but thank y'all so much. Thank you to everybody that did view it. And hopefully you enjoyed it enough that you'll join us for the next pay-per-view, because that's what our watch parties are. They're fun, they're exciting, they're funny. Yeah. Thank
And
you so much.
unpredictable.
Thank you,
that's,
everyone.
that's the thing. We have no idea what's happening because we're watching it live, just like you are. So the reactions
Correct.
that you saw, like the one from Lawan, that was
Yeah.
real. That was real.
And I tried to warn them.
That was
I
real.
warned everybody. I was like, look,
Yeah, this
you're
one
gonna be in
here,
shock
he
and
knew what was
disbelief.
going on, but he didn't say anything. But as soon as it happened, he goes, I told you, but I told you. I was like,
The funny thing is, the first I told you, my voice cracked. It was like, I told you. I was like, oh my gosh.
it was almost as if you were shocked too. It was like for a second you forgot and then was excited and remembered.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I knew that was gonna happen. But
You
man.
knew it was going to happen, but you didn't say anything. Thank you for not spoiling it for us, because that would have been a
Never will.
huge downer. That would've been a-
Never will. Never
Giant
will.
downer.
I pride myself in, no matter what I do, whether it's this podcast, going to like an amusement park and riding rides with people, I love to see somebody's real-time reaction to stuff. So I will never, ever spoil anything for you, because I would love to see your reaction to things. And that was beautiful. I watched
Yeah,
I
that's
watched that
awesome.
thing back a few times to see every last one of y'all's reactions to it, and I loved it. Jay was jumping out of his seat. Sylvie was
Yeah.
like,
Sylvie and Lawan. And not for nothing, if Jay didn't have that mask, because
Oh,
you can see
please.
his eyes, like this.
he was like, oh.
So it's like the skull had eyeballs. You look real carefully.
I loved it. I loved it, and I'll continue to do that, even if I don't know ahead of time, because then you'll get my reaction too. Because you know me, I'll be like, "What the? Oh!" Matter of fact, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know Jimmy was coming.
Yeah, a
But-
lot of people didn't know.
Shane, I'm gonna tell you to do this for me. Give me a womp womp on that one. Go ahead.
What, a womp up there you didn't know Jimmy was coming?
No, I didn't know Jimmy was coming, but my reaction, you couldn't hear it because I didn't know I was on mute. I was muted. So my
you
reaction,
couldn't-
I was actually saying stuff and all that, but you didn't know that what I said because I didn't know it was on mute. And then I'm watching it back and I'm like, oh my God, I'm on mute.
Surprise.
Yeah. So,
So
I'll
there
take
you
that.
go. There's your number two.
I'll take that.
And there's your. I told you there's a letter M on there. I might as well keep it on there.
And I'm gonna be honest with it. It's okay though. But
You
thank
on a
y'all
roll.
again for Saturday. Saturday was amazing. I had a great time with my fellas and my lady, and Shane, Monday Night Raw. It's on you.
Oh yeah, that's right. We are doing this is this is Monday night. We're recapping, Raw. This is the first time that we was able to actually talk about the, the PLE and the PL party and everything. So, and not for nothing, there's not a whole lot going on here for today's show, even though it's only 2 hours. Yeah, Mundo, I'm afraid that this is the trend now.
Yeah.
Like we're having these type of shows where we're going to have at most 4 matches.
Yeah, that's the SmackDown. SmackDown gave us this, this, how do I call it? This blueprint where it'll be 4 matches and you'll have, promos and backstage stuff in between. But 4 matches is what they can fit in. But 4 matches, some of the matches are long matches though. I can't deny that. I'd rather have 4 matches and maybe 3 out of the 4 matches be long matches that's really cool versus 4 matches that's like, and we do a lot of promos. I'd rather that.
Right. The bathroom or let's grab a beer match. Yeah.
Right. But you'll get one. But yeah.
At least one. At least.
Always.
Yeah. All right. So we was continuing. We look back at Bad Blood, the good, the bad, and the bloody. And then we had y'all had a special guest that came out. Yes. What do they call it? Hip hop sensation, hood, whatever, Sexy Red. She came out and did her thing, and I guess she the one.
She welcomed everybody to Raw.
She the one that said, "Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw." Okay, because there's always that person that says that, and they had her say it tonight. Okay,
it was a little odd because she kind of started talking a little bit beyond that, but they cut her off and went into the look back at Bad Blood. But I guess she was talking to the fans in the arena. But I didn't know that she was from St. Louis, so they was St. Louis's own Sexy Red, and I was like, oh snap! Wasn't expecting her until tomorrow.
Right, but I guess since they have her. Since they're in her hood, let's call her up. She's just right next door. She could hop on the dollar cab and bring her on in.
Facts.
Say her name and she appears. It's Sylvie. Hey, Sylvie. She says, yo, I'm in the building, my brothers. Okay, we
What's up,
see you.
Sylvie? Sylvie, again, congratulations to you and helping us get our highest viewed show on YouTube Live. So thank you. 400 plus views. Thank you, Sylvie. And thank you to that shocking
Yes.
It's Jimmy. Yeah. I memorized all that.
It was so cool. Jay says Sexy Red
Lies.
is your favorite rapper.
Lies.
I'm not gonna I said that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Womp,
He's
womp,
trying to
womp,
tell,
womp.
but he's no. He's trying to take y'all down. We're trying to finish. We're trying to finish the story from Saturday or Friday. It was one of those 2 shows, but but
Sexy
will
Red is my
never
favorite.
that is
It
Shane's
will never
favorite
happen.
rapper.
That's my favorite rapper. Okay.
Get it, Shane.
If
Look,
that
the
what
dog-
makes the dog bark,
The dog agreeing with me. She always agrees with me. The dog is like, just.
or maybe because we said Sexy Red. Does she bark? Sexy Red.
No.
Sexy Red. No.
Your favorite rapper.
No, I thought the dog. I thought it was the dog's favorite rapper because for a second we said Sexy Red. We heard the dog barking.
No, I said Sexy Reds is Shane's favorite rapper. And the dog barked.
Yeah, the dog
was
barked.
like-
Also, it was laughing.
she was like-
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Because even the
The dog
dog
said-
knows that I don't like.
The dog said, get it sexy.
Anyway, let's listen from a guy that I actually do like, someone that I do like, and someone that we like, and someone that Scooby J likes. It's him, the winner of the Hell in the Cell match.
Ooh.
Yeah, the other bloody guy, not Drew, but Punk. He wants to come out and he wants to say something.
Is it good to be not dead in St. Louis, Missouri on a Monday night or what? I've been through enough this weekend. I've been through hell. If we're going to set me on fire, now's the time. I'm in no condition to be here. I'm in no condition to even attempt to walk to that ring. So if you don't mind, I'll address you from here. It hurts to smile.
Ah, he's supposed to be here.
But I had to come here and see you.
Oh, we appreciate that.
I'm alive, but I don't feel like it. I'm a winner, but it doesn't feel like I won.
Yes, Sylvie, he is. He is, absolutely.
I want to be able to come out here
be
and say
taking
that
them
it
dread.
felt tremendous
Mm-hmm.
stepping outside of hell and slamming the cage door behind me. But the way
Part of the plan.
that match Saturday night made me feel just leaves me with
Triple
a lot
J
of questions.
is always the plan B.
I don't know
The plan.
what the future holds for CM Punk. I told you all I had 0 Hell in the Cell matches left in me, and I was right. I'm banged up worse than I've ever been banged up in my entire life.
Your fault.
And as much as I do love you too, I just don't know.
You.
That's truthful. But he's not dead. They're not
I
dead.
want to thank 3 groups of people. That's why I'm here. The 3 groups of people that have a lot more in common with each other than they care to admit. The first one is my fans. I'm talking the ride or die CM Punk fans, the ones that make the signs, that show up.
Yep.
For 7 years, before I came back to wrestling, you chanted my name, and then you waited another 3 for me to come home. Thank you.
Chatted your name literally since you left
There was
till you came right
a minute
back.
Saturday
Literally.
night where I didn't think I could pull it off, even with you. But there has never been a second in my entire career that I thought I could do it without any of you. The second group of people I want to thank are my peers. Behind and in front of the camera, the men and the women that I feel privileged to be able to walk the hallways with.
Nice.
What hallways?
Backstage.
The people I see on a weekly basis, at least most of them.
I forgot he had that Cobra
It's been a
Commander.
joy and my
Jay,
life's
what kind of
pleasure
question was
to
that?
work
What
alongside of you.
hallways?
The third group of people I
I
want
walk
to
along
thank
hallways every
are the
goddamn
people
week.
that
Yeah,
don't like
the
me
school
at all.
hallways, I guess. I don't know. Oh, he has the Cobra Commander tattoo.
Because there is a
Forgot
very
he had
thin
that.
line
And
between
Pepsi.
love and hate.
Oh, you don't have one?
And I've turned
Nah.
your hate into cash, so I
I
thank
should.
you.
I definitely need one.
Punk tried to give us a
And for whatever
pre-retirement
reason you do
speech.
dislike me,
That's what
whether
it sounds
it's your
like.
jealousy,
The AJ
your
Styles
hatred,
speech that we got.
I just want to say, I don't know why you keep doubting me, but keep
Sylvie.
doubting me.
boom.
I'm going to go home. I haven't seen
Calling
my
y'all
wife
out.
in about 5 weeks. I got a lot of flowers to buy. I appreciate you all. I'd like to
Ni
say I'll
hao.
see you soon.
Ni
but
hao, everyone.
I just don't
Ni hao
know.
to
Ni
you.
hao. Ni hao.
Am I pronouncing it right? Jinping?
Yes. Where are you messaging us from, Mr. Ping? Hey. Of course. You're not gonna end this. set. Come on. Everything.
So they have their little stare down.
What's good, Lex? What's good?
Hey, Lex, what's going on, man?
That's
Hi,
WrestleMania
guys.
2025 right there. Lex, what's going on, my brother?
With the bump. That was
I hope
rude.
it warmed up. I hope it warmed up where you are.
Mm-hmm.
But
That was
all right.
rude. Just bring it, Dez.
Oh.
Just bring it.
I'm right here. You know where I'm at. So Shane, since we like to talk production, right? I guess this new 2-hour thing, right? With Raw, they are doing this whole interchangeable promotion situation where it went from CM Punk right into Seth Rollins promo situation. But we know damn well their story, they didn't even start their thing yet. That's the only thing, because from what we all understood, the main event, one of the main events for WrestleMania this year was supposed to be Punk and Seth, but Punk got hurt, and then he just then Drew came out of nowhere and just started shitting on Punk. But we still didn't get this Punk versus Seth situation, and that's it right there. I've noticed like WWE loves to do this. They plant the seeds, they show it to us, and we're like, all right, it's coming. And not to mention, Punk cost Seth the title not long ago. So,
Yeah, so that stare down right there, that was saying a lot. That was saying a lot about what happened in the past and what's about to happen, and the way Seth like bumped him,
bruh.
Yeah. just leaving CM Punk standing there like, I mean, Punk kind of deserves that, because like you said, he's the reason why he doesn't have the championship. So,
but it wasn't about him though. It was about Drew.
Yeah, it's always about Drew. It's always about Drew, no matter what.
Damian had, but remember, Damian was still in the match. It was a triple threat match. So, Damian took advantage.
Mm-hmm. Sylvie says,
Sylvie, you see this eyebrow?
So somebody has good eyes, because Lex says, Des, something is crawling on the wall behind you?
I don't have a wall behind me.
Is there something crawling behind you?
I don't have a wall behind me. I'm looking. I have
a wall or a window? Is there something? What's crawling?
No.
What did you see, Lex?
What the hell?
Yeah, he's sitting in front of an AC for some reason.
Yeah, and a window. There's nothing behind me.
And a window, unless,
trust me, if something was crawling behind me and I would have saw it, I would have ran away.
Unless a head was out of that window.
Right.
Can you imagine that? We sitting here and Mundo was talking. Next thing you know, a head pops up from behind the window.
Well, I don't know how.
You'd be like, dude.
I'm on the 4th floor. I don't know how the hell that would happen.
That would be. It's October, so
I would leave, and you guys would just see nothing but everything behind me, because I would not come back. I'm telling y'all that now. I'm the first one to go. You know how it's fight or flight? I'm flighting.
Because you know how we do. We run and then ask questions later.
Exactly. Now, Lex, I asked you what the temperature is where you are, my brother, because you said that you had 2 weeks left. I think this is the second week. It's still your last week in Antarctica. So, I'm very concerned for you, and just looking out, trying to make sure that you're good. You're not freezing too much, because over here we're starting to get lower temperatures. But yeah, Shane.
Nah, freak that. Don't change the subject. What was that you saw behind Mundo? You said you saw something move behind him. I want to know what was it that you saw? Maybe somebody else saw it.
Maybe they seen it. Maybe they thought it was. Maybe it was my reflection, because there ain't nothing behind me. I just checked like 5 times. Ain't nothing there.
Oh shit.
The dog's laughing too. That's the dog laughing.
Is that a joke because I'm in the hood? I'm in the hood, so I don't know. There's nothing behind me. I checked.
No, nobody mentioned the hood except you. So,
Well, I mean, it's not the first time. We talked about the ceilings. The ceilings here is the same ceiling that you got.
well, that's Jay. That was Jay that showed his ceiling.
Right, and LaJuan brought it up.
Mm-hmm. He said,
Lex
that's the project ceiling. Yeah, I know that ceiling. I got the same one.
Come on, Lex be on my SmackDown, so he know. He remembers. Y'all are crazy.
Speaking of remember, hopefully you guys remember this, being that we've been veering away so far away from tonight's episode of Raw. We're talking Raw recap. We're gonna talk about this right here. Match number 1. It's a title match, everybody. It's for the Intercontinental Championship. Xavier Woods versus Jey Uso. So apparently,
Shane, what happened to
You
Seth?
didn't. Yeah, you just bypassed Seth's promo.
Seth had a promo.
Yes, he came out and you stopped it. He came out and he had a promo right after that. I told you there's promos bleeded in and out of each other. Seth came out after.
That's right, and then Jey. Oop. All right, fine.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not gonna press the button tonight. I'm not pressing the button tonight only because when I do, the sound in my ear goes out, so I can't hear myself. So I'm doing it vocally. Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right, so that's one for me. That's fine. That's cool. The lovely thing about the reopen tab. Good old reopen tab. All right, so let's get back to the TV. About that, everybody.
Take away the match I'm on. There we go.
St. Louis!
Yeah!
You know I gotta do the right thing. Before we get things started out here tonight,
I'm sorry, Seth.
I gotta do the right thing. After everything that he went through
There you
on
go.
Saturday
There's
night,
my one.
CM Punk, from all of us here in this building tonight, get well soon.
Yeah, okay.
Because the sooner you get back means the sooner I can kick your ass and retire you for good.
Yeah!
Good gravy. Lex says it's minus
Now,
negative 81.
St. Louis, welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Let's go,
thought-
Seth.
I thought it was a spider. He thought it was a spider
I've been gone
on
a
top of the
couple months,
AC.
Things getting crazy around here.
Ain't nothing up there.
Oh yeah,
too
sing it loud, let him hear
Oh,
it.
we need to stop talking. Sylvie says, I miss Seth's voice. Welcome back, Mr. Rollins. Are we busy talking over him?
Yeah, I'll be quiet.
I'll be quiet. Sorry.
Yeah, things been wild around here. I tune into Bad Blood this Saturday. Things are crazy. I see Dominic Mysterio. He's hanging from a shark cage.
He sure was.
The final boss, The Rock, is back.
Wow, the boobs.
Wow.
Right on the schedule.
Wow, it's gone. Hell must have frozen over because if I'm not mistaken, Cody Rhodes is out here teaming with Roman Reigns.
Okay, good to hear or good to read, Lex.
And getting
I'm warm
punched in the
here
mouth by Kevin
on the
Owens.
American base.
Welcome back to the mainland.
Since I'm not supposed to talk about that, let's
No,
get things
I guess
back
like on the
track.
American base
I'm
there.
the man to do that
Okay,
because
I
I
got it.
am a visionary. I am a revolutionary.
revolutionary.
I am Seth.
Freaking Rollins! Let's
And I
go,
am
Seth.
back to destroy Bronson Reed.
Ah, that's why we're here.
You're damn
I'll tell
right you
what,
are.
Bronson Reed. Bronson's not here tonight.
No, there's
Really?
no time for him.
He's not here tonight, but Bronson, I know you are somewhere watching. I want you to listen to me real close. Matter of fact, come here. Come here. Bring this in. I want you to listen to me.
He said, come here, and he
Real
walked
close.
to the camera.
2 months ago, you ambushed me. You tried to end my career. And for what? For what? You wanted to make a name for yourself?
Yeah.
And he did.
Take the top dog out on the Raw.
Congratulations. 6 tsunamis later, and I know your damn name.
2 months flew by, Shane.
You want to
2
get
months
famous,
flew by.
big boy?
Just like
You
that.
want to get famous, big boy? That's what you wanted? I'll give you your 15 minutes. So I'll
Seth,
tell
come
you
on.
what, Seth freaking Rollins versus Bronson Reed, one-on-one. You name the time, you name the place. Except this time,
Hello. Love and
be
respect from
expecting
Spotlight. Hey,
Hey,
Puddin'.
Spotlight.
Well, it was a week
So
ago
Shane,
that
he dropped the ball right there. They had the perfect time, the perfect chance to say it. He said, "You want to be famous?" He goes, "I'll give you your 15 minutes of fame." Like, what? No. The line is, you could have just said, "When the words of the Undertaker, I'll make your ass famous." Like, how hard is that? Like, come on. That was right there for him to just say. And he goes, "I'll give you your 15 minutes of fame." Like, come on, Seth. Nobody says that shit.
Maybe that's why
Yeah.
he said it.
That was a boom. That was corny. I'll give you 15 minutes of fame. Like, that was just like, okay. He would have got more of a pop if he would have just said, like the Undertaker says, I'll make your ass famous. That, like, it doesn't, it goes together. You mentioned that he wanted to be famous. Like, come on.
You know.
Yeah.
Logan James. What's going on, Logan?
What's good, Log?
Logan says next week Raw main event is Tiffany and Rhea and Liv and Raquel Rodriguez. You know something that we don't know?
Is he there? Is he at Raw?
How is Tiffany involved in this?
Is he at Raw? Remember, Jay just told us that
Right, because they're doing-
next Raw.
They're doing next. Oh, so maybe he's there. He knows something. How does Tiffany get involved though?
Well, she's the Money in the Bank winner. She could cash out on anybody.
LeBron says, Spotlight, thanks for the shout out. The Three Bells podcast and the Bad Blood Show on stereo. We appreciate that. Yeah, we
But
sure
yes, we
do.
do. Yes, we do.
And Lex is like, thank you, Triple J, Shane, and Dez for keeping me up to date with WWE. You're very welcome. The time difference is pretty crazy. I don't have a chance to watch it.
Anytime,
Well-
you're welcome.
Yeah. So look, if you miss Bad Blood, just go ahead and show up on our YouTube channel. Go to the Bad Blood watch party. You can't see what's going on, but you can hear our reaction. You can hear Michael Cole and everything that's going on, and you'll be able to just envision what's going on. And yeah, as you know, we do our recaps here on Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Lex, I appreciate you, bro. Really do. And
Much
thank
love.
you for checking in. You check in all the time, so thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, dude. And please stay warm, man. Keep the chestnuts roasted on the fire.
Open fire.
Okay, mine is 81. Good gravy.
Woo. I can do it.
Okay, so after that whole thing with Seth freaking Rollins, they did what you said, Mundo, and they transitioned straight to our first match by having our Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso, come out.
Interrupting Seth.
Interrupting Seth's welcome back home
Outro.
party. Or outro, if you want to call it that.
You seen the look on Seth's face?
Seth was not happy.
He wasn't happy at all. And they had like a nice little stare down. Was that an indication for something to come, possibly?
Planting more seeds.
Maybe. Who knows? Okay.
Okay. So yeah,
Uh-oh,
planting
because-
more seeds between Jay and Seth. Right, Shane?
Shame.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I don't know why that program does that.
It's all right.
Anyway, it's a program. It's not no alien
biggie.
code or anything like that.
It was the
Anyway,
first
okay,
night,
so-
but it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I have to look into that. Okay, we're going to our first match, which is for the Intercontinental Championship. It's Xavier Woods versus our current champion, Jey Uso. So, for us to remember, Jey won this 2 weeks ago. Last week we were celebrating. He spoke about how he was going to defend this title every day. Is that what he said?
Every week, yeah.
Yeah, every week. So I guess the New Day's Kofi put upon himself to talk to the general manager and hook it up so that Xavier Woods gets a title shot. Just like that, fellas. That's how we got this title shot for tonight, courtesy of Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
Just like that. So, yeah, Mundo, Jay, what had happened during this match?
Yeah, I mean, you know, and more context to that is apparently Jay was like, Kofi, you know what? You'll be my first opponent. And Kofi was like, you know what? Nah, I'll give it to my brother Woods. Do you don't mind? Jay was like, I don't care. Well, I'll take him. And this match kind of shocked me a little bit. You know, in the beginning, majority of the match, honest to God, Xavier Woods was in control of this match. I mean, he came out looking like he was ready to win the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, I was confused. I was like, wait, hold up a second. And Jay, you're the champion, my brother. Why are you just on your ass and back most of this match right now? So it was crazy to me because I've never seen Xavier Woods, obviously because we mostly seen him in tag team action. So I've never seen him while in a singles match this dominant before. And it was so crazy. Like he was very, very dominant in this match. And I'm like, I know they're not trying to change titles. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I said to Sylvie in our other chat, it's like, Sylvie, I think, you know, Kofi might be the reason why Xavier loses the match tonight. But I'm like, I don't know. So again, we're seeing the dominance and the, I don't want to say the heel version of Xavier Woods, but he was pretty heelish in this match. I mean, this brother delivered an AA, attitude adjustment, FU, whatever you want to call it, on the outside, or fireman's carry on the outside to Jey Uso. And then when we come back from commercial, because Raw had a ton of fucking commercials today, excuse my French, but my God, maybe, like I said to y'all before, when they didn't know what Raw was going to do prior to the whole Netflix thing, and they didn't have a place for Raw to be for like 3, 4, 5 months, and they just signed that deal with USA for 2 hours. They still have the same 8 o'clock commercial deal that they have to do, where they have to constantly go on commercial. And in this match, it happened. And when we come back from commercial, we see Xavier Woods doing a standing suplex, and he's basically walking around the ring with Jay up in the air for so long, and then he drops him, and I was like, what the hell is going on right now? And then we go back into commercial again. Now, Shane, this is the technical thing, right? Shane, in this picture-in-picture commercial, for some reason, I don't know, tonight, WWE was having some technical difficulties, but in this picture-in-picture, and I literally looked it up while I was watching the commercial break and all that. They had the 2018-2019 Raw logo used during the picture-in-picture. I was like, y'all don't even use that logo anymore. But, okay, we'll just roll with it and pretend that that didn't even happen. But I was like, okay, I don't know. They might have been on a high still from Saturday. I don't know. But yeah. Right. And then we see this nice leg drop from the top of the steps to Jey Uso, who was literally hanging over the barricade. And I was like, okay, Xavier, he was really aggressive tonight, really aggressive. And then in the ring, we got this back and forth forearms flying forearms from both Jay and Xavier. Like they would throw one into the ropes and then hit him with a forearm, and then do the same thing. I'm like, okay, y'all thinking the same thing right now. So who's going to get the upper hand of this? And then, right, and then eventually Jay gets the upper hand, and now, excuse me, Xavier gets the upper hand, and now Jay's on the ground, and Xavier's at the top rope. He was about to hit his signature elbow. You know, he crosses he goes from the top rope and then crosses over on the top rope, and then proceeds to deliver that elbow and gets kicked in the face. They paid homage to Shawn Michaels and Shelton Benjamin, who trademarked that first with the super kick, and while somebody's jumping off the top rope. And I was just like, ooh, I was like, that was nasty. Because even now, still seeing it is like, that's cool to see. And then Jay hits his Uso splash and gets the win, and I'm just like, damn, X, you literally were dominating most of this match, and then you wind up losing. I was surprised that it wasn't because of Kofi, but you know, Kofi's the good guy. But Jay, I know you have other things to color in and what happened after the match. So Jay, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Like you said, pretty much X dominated this match from the beginning throughout commercial. And I actually was like, damn, he did like a British bulldog, and when he suplexed him, he held him there for like a good 30, and I was like, yeah, that's some British bulldog shit.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing he missed was just the leg marching, like the way Bianca Belair does it.
Or right back.
And right, oh man, a lot of back talk this weekend going
No,
on.
Yeah.
because they said his name. What I said, they said his name during the
Mm-hmm.
PLE, and next thing you
Yeah.
know, his name was trending.
We called
Hell
it. We
yeah.
said it. We was like, oh boy, now watch him say something about
Now he's gonna
Oh
go
say
ahead,
man.
more
Jay.
thanks to Mundo. Ugh.
Yeah, man. Also, when this match was going on, I was looking at how X just literally was right there on the cusp at every moment of this match, and you were thinking to yourself like, what they do, what I see the trend is the champions get dominated more throughout the beginning of the matches now, and
Mm-hmm.
then later on, like maybe the last 15% of the match, maybe 10%, you see the champ just start going ham. So this
Jay,
was like another case of that.
like the champion, like you said, get dominated in the beginning, and then they'll get dominated in the picture-in-picture commercial break as well. But
Mm-hmm.
as soon as we come back from the commercial, here they come.
Right. Right. The switch happens. And also, after the match is over and Jay had won, you could see outside that Kofi was very distraught as he was like, damn, I should have done something, but I didn't do nothing. And maybe like y'all guys were saying not too long ago, maybe eventually Kofi falls for it and decides to say one day, fuck it, I'm gonna help him win. I wanna help his dream. Same way he
I
helped
don't,
me in my dream. It could
I don't,
happen.
I
It
don't,
could happen.
I don't know if that's not his character though. That's not
No,
who he
it's
is.
not.
It's not who
It's
he is.
it's not. But
When,
just the face he gave, I was like, he wanted to
but
do something, but he didn't.
X is more of the desperate one. Kofi's not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, Kofi's gonna keep it clean. X is gonna try to do whatever he can to win because he has
Right.
not been to that mountaintop like the other two have. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
back to you, bro.
Also, yeah. Also, and then you see how Kofi and Jay they shook off on it after X didn't want to shake off, and X just got really pissed off and was like, "You shaking his hand? You my boy. You come with me. Let's go. Let's get out of here and let's go." And I just think of it like, man, you got to be there for your boy, console your boy, make sure he all right. But we've been seeing the past couple of weeks where it's just everything. The pot already is boiling. We're just waiting for the burner to go off, and
The
eventually
overflow.
someone gets mad, and that's it. We get fireworks. And also, shout out to Braun Breaker for coming in there and just spearing the hell out of everybody.
Yo.
And but he ran around the ring and he was gonna catch X. X looked like he was already crumbling to the floor before he could even stand up and be like, "Okay, hit me." All I saw was the legs buckle already. So he didn't take a good hit with that one. But other
Why
than
not?
that, he
I'll
was
say
already
this.
done.
I'll say this, Jay and
Right.
Shane. If this was a 3-hour episode of Raw, we would have got another backstage situation between X and Kofi about what happened.
I was waiting for that too.
But since it was only 2 hours, they couldn't go back to them. So we got to wait till next week to hear about it. But that definitely, because Xavier was like, why are we interfering? This has nothing to do with us. But Kofi did it anyway. And now that X got hit because of what Kofi did, like that would have been another segment that we would have saw if it was a 3-hour episode. But yeah, oh my gosh, this is falling apart.
It's
falling apart
right before our eyes. Yeah.
And just when we thought Braun Breaker was done with Jay, he's not.
Right. They swerved us. Did they not swerve us? Because they had him go up to Gunther last week, and now all of a sudden he comes out of nowhere and spears the hell out of Jay and everybody. I'm like, bruh.
Just
Like,
cleans house and psyched us out because just last week he was congratulating him. Remember, he had we had the whole victory party and we was yeeting all over the place. Yeah, and then he just came out of nowhere. He was like, I'm not going to spear you. I'm not going to touch you. And then laid out his hand and shook the hand. And, he showed love. And then next thing you know, we do this. I was like,
that shit was wild. Yeah, ultimate swerve on us.
Yeah, ultimate swerve. I mean, it's good to see him do the thing because, he does that. The dogs come out. The dogs come out because you got to represent. So yeah. Shout out to Breaker. Yeah. Shout out to Kofi and X. Yeah. That should be an interesting conversation. Well, let's go to the chat board. We got some interesting chats. Logan's has something interesting to say. He says tonight's WWE Raw will be a double taping as there is a UK tour next week. So yeah, there's our explanation. So we're gonna have a new episode of Raw next week, not live.
Right. As Triple J astutely told us earlier tonight.
Right.
Came on.
And fellas, at the same time, our bad blood results, we didn't talk about them. So, I just want to give a quick recap on the results of our show.
Yeah, we didn't because the person that was in charge of that disappeared.
Sorry.
Don't act like we didn't know that we didn't talk about him. You left.
Yes.
What is Lex saying? Nice mask, Jay. It reminds me of the mask I wore at Diddy's party.
That's why I'm laughing because he was like, let me find out Jay was there and picked up your mask when you left.
Oh, Jay, you was at Diddy's party? Take that.
Take that. Hot grease, baby oil. Damn, Logan. Sylvie said, don't forget X was very dominant when he was king of the ring. Remember that.
Until Vince had the bloodline emasculate him and stomp on his crown. It was so like... But remember that report that I gave y'all a few weeks ago about how Vince felt about the king of the ring? Where he was just like, he's over it. He doesn't give a shit about it. So that right there is just proof. Like, I don't give a shit about the king of the ring. And then you fast forward to when Triple H is in charge of the king of the ring and the queen of the ring, they getting freaking championship matches at the next pay-per-view. So
there it is.
The difference.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
the bad blood records that we had, everybody was 3-2 except for Shane. Shane went 4-1.
Shane,
I
really?
did.
Yeah,
Really?
Shane went 4. Yeah,
What?
the only one Shane got wrong the entire night would be Drew McIntyre.
What? And
Yeah.
all that gloating LeBron was doing, and for him to not
You know
even be
why?
the winner.
LeBron kept on putting up 0 when he thought he was up. He predicted that Liv Morgan would win. She
She
retained,
didn't.
but it was a
She lost.
disqualification. Right. So Rhea got the win. So
Right.
everybody that predicted Rhea won on this. And he was kept on doing the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Ooh.
Yeah. He was trying to one up us.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Shane, congratulations, Shane O'Mac. Let's go, Shane
Yeah.
O'Mac. Shout outs to you, my brother.
Yeah,
Ah.
Shane got one in the burner.
Because she definitely, matter of fact, all right, real quick. Did you know? Did you know? I'm pretty sure, I think I shared this to y'all over the weekend. But apparently, the way that match was supposed to go was, what's her face?
Raquel.
Raquel was supposed to come in and interfere in the match while the ref wasn't watching and cost Rhea the match. And Liv was supposed to win. But apparently Raquel came out early and then she hit Rhea in front of the referee, and the referee was like, shit, he has no choice but to disqualify and call the match.
My God.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why, if you remember Saturday, after Raquel did what she did, she hit her finishing move to Rhea. She put Liv on top of Rhea, but it was like, girl, the match is over. Like, what are you doing? Right. And that's why she was mad. So she fucked up the ending of the match. And
Shit.
that's what happened. So that's why they had to pivot, which is like the famous word of this year of 2024, pivot, and go with, all right, well, now it's a 1-1 series technically because Rhea did win on Saturday. Oh, man.
Okay.
Gee, thanks a lot, Raquel. Thank you. For being a fast ass. See that?
And you wonder why, right? And you wonder why she's married to or engaged to Braun Strowman.
They're not together no more.
Really?
They've been separated for like a year.
A year? They were together. They were together earlier this year, so can't be a year.
They was at the last thing they was at a wedding together, and then shortly after that wedding, they broke up.
Oh, maybe because it wasn't their wedding. Lex says, any match from this Bad Blood PPV top the first Hell in a Cell?
Nothing will top the first, but the Hell in a Cell from this PLE was freaking amazing.
Monster.
Oh my gosh.
Monster.
I can't even lie. I can't lie.
Yeah, LaWine, she did botch so bad. She botched so bad that she changed the ending.
I can only imagine what Triple H was like, what the fuck am I watching right now? This is not what I wrote.
They said, who told her to come out like that? And they couldn't play it off because she did it right in front of the referee. So he couldn't even play dumb or blind.
Right. The ref was right there, and she hit Rhea, and he's like, I know, because I realized he reached to his side, which is his microphone, to the back, and it's like, I got to call the match. I can't not say I didn't see what just happened right in front of me, like, because then they would be acting as if we're stupid while we're watching the match.
Mm-hmm. That's a mess.
Crazy.
That's a mess. All right, so hey, speaking of which, if you look at the TV, where's my finger? Look at the TV. We're going to talk about Rhea. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is a good time for Mundo to step away, and let's listen to Rhea.
Liv Morgan, I should have known that you would weasel your way out of Bad Blood with the title.
Raquel Rodriguez assaulting Rhea Ripley.
You just continue to prove that you cannot beat me all by yourself.
Nope.
Bringing Raquel Rodriguez into it, yeah, it was smart. I'll give you that.
Liv Morgan had an ace up her sleeve.
Botch
But
Kel
you know what would've been
Rodriguez.
smarter? If you didn't get caught. Now all you've done is guarantee another beating and delay the inevitable. The thing is, Liv, you need Raquel. I'm just gonna have to go through both of you.
I sure
She
don't want to be
upset.
Raquel. Yeah, she upset. I mean, she snucker punched her and prematurely snucker punched her. So yeah, it's almost like a double whammy. I don't know, it's a double whammy.
So now she got to go after two people.
More importantly, she has to keep her eyes open for two people. Because who knows, when Raquel will come out and possibly snuff her. It's, yeah, man.
Right.
We don't know. What does Sylvie say? Sylvie says, Mommy is going to finish Raquel. Well, I would say do it slowly because she just came back, Raquel. So we're going to see how long they can stretch this out. Like I want the revenge to be served cold rather than hot.
I mean,
It's more fun that way, don't you think, fellas?
well, remember if we remember before Raquel went out with injury or her sickness, she was feuding with Rhea, and then they wound up in that. Remember, they had the whole 6-woman match where they all were going. It was Rhea and what is it, Naya and all of them, and then they had the Elimination Chamber and all that. And she was the person to go one-on-one with Rhea, but then they had to pull her. So she got unfinished business with Rhea, but then at the same time, she was also tag team partners with Liv. But now all of a sudden it seems like Liv is her boss all of a sudden. So I'm confused by that. So I guess we'll see now the story goes this way and it's Rhea and Raquel before we get back to Rhea and Liv.
Well,
now
they got to explain. They have some explaining to do.
I don't know.
So that we can understand, so we can be reminded as to why Raquel has beef with Rhea, as well as how did Liv, if she did do it, manage to get Raquel on her side and to do what she did on Saturday. It's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
All right, so we go backstage. Jackie Redmond is finally working, and she tries to get an interview with Braun Breaker.
Sorry, but did y'all talk about this promo that came after Rhea?
The promo that came on after Rhea?
Correct.
What was that?
It was a weird promo. I don't understand what it is, but it was a black screen, and then we saw like a fire like
in letters, 3 letters.
yeah, that came up, and it was PFR. I don't know what that is.
That's more than
again?
likely. That's more than likely again for the Viking Raiders.
You think so?
Is that what that is?
Yeah. It looks kind of in their form of lettering. So more than likely it is done.
Yeah, it shows up so quick.
It was quick. Yeah, I was just like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, man. Because Rick had hit me up asking me the same thing, and I had to let him know also. That has to be the Viking Raiders.
It's definitely going to be a great story, says Sylvie. I agree, especially when we get more detail as to why this happened and what this happened and when did this happen. And the relationships and all that good stuff.
But again, I mean, it's not much of a question. Rhea and Raquel were literally in the midst of having their own story, but then she got pulled because of whatever was happening with her face. And not at the same time, she was friends and partners with Liv when Liv first went out and all that. Like, it's literally right there. It's just that it's a continuation of what we know from the beginning of the year. It's just that everything has got bogged down because of what happened at the WrestleMania and all that, and then Dom and all that. So you might forget about it, but it's there. It's there.
Like this. What does this mean that Lex put up?
A laughing fish emoji.
That's what that is, a laughing fish?
I'm looking at it on my TV. So yeah,
That's a fish.
he might be laughing at something that we said prior to.
I guess so.
Emojis change. They come in every month. I don't know. They're different every month.
I've never seen that emoji in my life.
You're an Android. You will not see that.
You will not ever see that. That's why.
Right.
You will never
I'm
see
just saying,
that.
being honest, emojis are coming from iPhones, brother. I'm just saying, I love you, but yeah, that's an iPhone situation right there.
Okay, I am timing this horribly. We are an hour and 13 minutes in, and we haven't even gotten to our second match yet. So, but these are short clips anyway. First off, Jackie Redmond, she was supposed to get, or was trying to get, an interview with Braun Breaker to ask the obvious question as to why you did what you did when you did earlier today did. And of course, he stares at her, he says nothing, and he walks away. So there's really no point of playing that video. And then we have a look back at a segment from Bad Blood where our homie Triple H, not Triple J, Triple H, where he talked about the Crown Jewel Championship. And then after that, based on what had happened at the end of the PLE, I don't know if maybe two of you may not know what have happened to Cody Rhodes at the end of that PLE.
No, what do you do?
I don't know, Jay. What had happened to Cody? Because when one of you explain that way, I can read off what Triple H said on Twitter.
Basically, when Kevin Owens came out of his car and was talking with Cody, and this looked like it was coming from like a fan's point of view, camera, like a fan's camera.
Yeah.
And we're seeing them talk, argue, and the next thing we know, Kevin Owens just beats his ass. And hey, that was very entertaining for the fans as well. It kind of gave me like old school vibes as well, where the show continues when it's off air, and this just makes for good storylines later on. I love it.
Well, it was basically a view from like you said, from the fans, but this isn't something that's coming from WWE. It wasn't a WWE camera. There was no WWE cameras around, so they did not catch what happened. And so it's just from what we see from random fans who were leaving the arena, and they wind up seeing Cody and KO at their tour bus.
Because as you can see, WWE didn't need to, because they know that the fans were out there, and they know that first off, they know that they're going to record if they see Cody. And then, of course, you see Kevin, so even more cameras are going to come out. Yeah, WWE, we don't need no...
Kevin, who wasn't even on the show.
He wasn't even on the show.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, we see Kevin. So, yeah, everybody's going to have their camera out and say, hey, look, they're about to, talk or do something. Let's get a picture of both of them. So, yeah, WWE did exactly what they were supposed to do. Use the fans to help put that out. And then, as you can see, it just blew up.
It blew up
viral. Yeah, it went viral.
Is that not great? Like, company-wise, like
awesome marketing. Use the fans for marketing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's perfect. So with that being said, being that that video went viral, Jay, Triple H says, and quote from Twitter, now X, used to be Twitter, "We are aware of the incident outside of the arena last night between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. The matter will be dealt with internally." So that means, lucky for Kevin Owens, there's no charges that's going to be pressed on him for assault, because that's what you basically did. And it was more than warrant for them to have outside sources come in and investigate and have, like, have him arrested for assault and stuff like that. But Triple H is saying, we're going to deal with this internally. So what does that mean? Fines,
Jay.
suspension? Yeah, Jay,
Jay.
what does that mean?
Jay, tell me this doesn't remind you of, again, another sports analogy where, we have a situation where we're either watching baseball or basketball, and they're like, all right, because of actions detrimental to the team, this person right here will be suspended or whatever like that upon, because, to the team.
Right.
With, they don't wait for the overall NFL or NBA or MLB to make the decision. They handle it themselves. So it's the same thing at this point, right? That's what I got out of that.
The internal fine, and they're keeping everything else behind closed doors, and
right. So
we won't pretty much know anything.
Right. And to me, that means it's like, all right, since it's two SmackDown individuals, it'll be handled by Nick Aldis. He'll make a statement on Friday.
Right.
Triple H obviously is the overseer, but he's not going to say anything because at the end of the day, you want to leave it to your general managers. But yeah, it's the same. At this point, we are living in a situation where we have Mr. Lee Fitting, who used to work for ESPN, works for WWE now, and we're going to blur the lines and blend stuff between real sports and sports entertainment, and we're going to, mirror what we see. So yeah, that's what I got out of it. My brother Jay, seems like you agree with me. So yeah, Shane.
Makes sense, because we have to we have to wait and see what happens to Kevin Owens for assaulting his friend Cody. Speaking of assault, what the hell, Mundo, was going on with the WWE production? It was a weird moment with the text. It was like silence, dead air. It was like we had a picture of the arena, but nobody was talking. Then the picture went black, and then there was a scene of Cody. He was in the like in a loading dock, and then the TV went fuzzy, and I thought it was like a wide 6 thing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Mundo, you mentioned on the chat that it was.
It was production. Yeah, production. As you guys, I'm out. Like I said, I'll pull the curtain back. Mm-hmm. We've had some technical difficulties here as we are continuing to start this new show where you can see us, and we might have had some issues between Jay, myself, or whatever like that. And the professionals had one tonight where it was just like, okay, what the fuck is happening right now? Like you said, after we got a random backstage of seeing Cody, then it switched to the main arena, but then the main arena was still kind of black, and it was just like, what? And then we got to the ring announcers, the announcer's desk with Tess and Wade, and they were kind of like flabbergasted because, to them, it was probably something else in the script that was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen, and it just like, and it was kind of like dead air for a minute, and then they just started going along with shit. I was just like, yeah. So then they just somehow, Tess decided to, bridge what happened with WrestleMania 40 with Seth and Cody to what was going on with Sheamus and Pete. I'm just like, how do y'all bridge that together? That has nothing to do with nothing. But okay, we'll just roll with it because, I get it. It's a 2-hour show. You guys are used to doing 3. And Triple H mentioned on Saturday that, he didn't seem like he was all for the 2-hour show because now he was so used to doing 3. And he was like, it's much harder now to do 2 because it's so much more to do because we got to fill out a lot. And I'm just like, ugh. So, yeah, they had their technical difficulties. And I think Wade even mentioned it. He was like, yeah, we're having technical problems, and then they just found a way to just keep the show moving. But yeah, that was a weird moment of the night. I'm not going to lie.
It sure was. But they got back into their groove, which is what you do. You fall, you stumble, and you get back up and you keep on going. Right. Nobody knows that more than us here at the Three Bells Podcast. We have fallen and tripped a lot, especially me, but we keep on going and we keep on trucking. Just like we keep on going and trucking with Sheamus. Has a nice little video package before his big Donnybrook match. We'll figure it out. Here's a video package.
You're right.
The only thing worse than getting cracked with a bat is getting cracked with a bat by a man who used to call a brother, a man who used to call a friend, and a man I still call Butch.
You just don't know when to keep your mouth shut. Every time I hear that name, you're gonna get hurt. You understand?
I thought I'd knock some sense into the loser way, but I can see he's lost. He's gone too far and he's about to find himself on the wrong side of a fight night. A good old-fashioned Donnybrook match.
I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna beat you so bad that you're gonna have no choice but to pass the torch.
One final banger. So, what do you say, Butch?
One more. That was a cool package. I like that. That was cool. So, Jay, because we are about an hour and 23 minutes in, we are way over time than I expected. So what we're going to do is going to take a commercial break so that we can breathe. And hopefully Mundo will be back. And hopefully you guys will still be here or come back. We're just going to step away for about, 25 seconds. And then come right back with more Three Bells Podcast as we do our Raw recap. We'll be right back.
You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac.
Acknowledge me.
Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Three Bells Podcast. Happy Monday, happy first day of the work week, for we are having our Monday Night Raw recap episode. And this is interesting because tonight is the first Raw episode since 2012 where Raw is coming to us in just 2 hours. So that's why we started our show at 10:30 until January, when Raw goes to Netflix. And is it confirmed that they're doing 3? It's not even confirmed yet if it's going to be 3 hours on Netflix. But as of right now, till January, which is about, I wrote it down, I think it's like 12 more episodes of Raw, and they're all going to be 2 hours. Start at 8 o'clock, and then at 10, and then 10:30, you could join us here for the recap. I am joined here by the CEO right over there. That's Mundo. And Triple J, he's not frozen. He just took a break and didn't realize that the 25 seconds has been up. But he'll join us in a minute. And then it's me, your homie Shane O'Mac. And thanks everybody so much for tuning in and for leaving messages on the chat. Thanks everybody so much. Speaking of chat, we have Logan James Tiffany Stratton cashes in Liv, but Don says Liv Raw tapings. Wow. Okay. Don't. No more. No more. Like, I like to be surprised.
I'm pretty sure by next Monday we won't remember that, because we still got NXT to go through tomorrow, SmackDown on Friday. By the time Monday Night Raw, you sure?
I'll remember. Trust me. If we see what's happening, we're gonna say, "Hey, remember what Logan said?" That's gonna be in the back of my head now. I'm not gonna forget this. You may forget this, but I'm not gonna forget this.
I'll forget it. Trust me, because I'm pretty sure whatever trends right now won't be trending for the rest of the week, especially if we have a SmackDown with the Final Boss and the Tribal Chief and all that. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be out of my mind, especially with the Mets playing tomorrow and this week. It'll probably I'll forget it for sure. Hey Jay, welcome.
Hello, doing? Jay.
Hola, senor.
Yes, we're back from a very short commercial break, and yeah, Jay is not frozen. He just thought that 25 seconds was longer than that.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh.
And then until you said,
hey there. So we're going to continue. We're gonna go backstage with Mundo's favorite and Jay's favorite. We're talking Miz and Karrion Kross.
The GOAT.
Oh God.
The GOAT, Miz.
What
up, Miz?
You had no reason to doubt myself. You know that there is no Miz in Final Testament. I did that for me. I'm tired of putting random matches on a moment's notice. I'm tired of doing everything and getting nothing in return. The WWE Universe has seemed to have forgotten that I am the Miz and I am...
Not the Miz.
Oh boy. You, dog. Look, I know you kicked me in the head last week because you were confused. Bruh, I am not in the Judgment Day no more. Okay? So I forgive you.
You forgive me?
Shit. Yes.
Truth, I wasn't confused. Awesome Truth is done.
So you did that on purpose? Our kids play together.
Good.
I thought we were brothers, man.
Don't let the truth
Brothers,
weigh you
my
down.
ass.
This is exactly why nobody's taking you seriously anymore. And if you don't do something about this right now, this is how you're going to be remembered for the rest of your career.
Look, we can fix this. I'm going to talk to Pierce. Get you a match.
A match? Truth, that's the problem. That's the problem. You know what? You want a match? You versus me next week.
Finally.
Oh, shit.
Finally. And look, he's standing there speechless for once.
It's only right. It's only right.
He's
and like I said,
speechless.
The Miz is not the bad guy in this. It's fucking R-Truth.
No, not at all. Not at all.
What?
Not at all. Which is a lot of people understand.
What?
They understand.
Understand what? What? R-Truth is just handicapped and is slow or something like that?
I'm talking about. Wait, are you shocked as to what I just said? No, I said
I'm just trying to, because it didn't sound like you were agreeing with me. I was like,
no,
finally.
I'm saying that we understand. I understand why the Miz did what he did.
Okay, all right, so we're on the same page. That's rare. That's
yeah,
why I'm just like,
absolutely.
It's a rare situation. I'm just like, okay,
no, it's not rare. We've agreed before. Cut it out. See, you got me confused. Cut it out. We've agreed before.
It's not often. That's what I'm saying. So,
but we've done it, and like I said, this has been building up to that moment. We was waiting for that moment, because how much more can anyone take from this guy, putting him in all of these situations that he ain't asked for?
Right. I mean the fact that the Miz kept going with Awesome Truth after Truth put them into a tag team match with the Judgment Day and they lost the titles, I was like, from that point, I would have been like, F you. Like we lost the titles because of you. Like everything that has happened is because of Truth. Miz hasn't lost anything and he's been dealing with everything. So yeah, anything he decides to do, I'm with it 100%. 100%.
Mm-hmm. Spotlight is like she roll, I roll, Lil. Sure, she'll explain. Logan says sorry for spoiler Raw tapings. Don't worry about it. Like like Mundo said, we'll forget about it considering what's going to happen between tomorrow and Friday. So I know I'll remember if I see Tiffy on next week. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's speak or let's talk or let's spoken or let's talkins about match number 2, which is called a good old fashioned Donnybrook match with Sheamus versus Butch, Pete Dunne, Jay, and Mundo. Talk about it.
Right. Like this match, oh man, this match was possibly match of the night for me. These guys went at it left and right. Butch would put him down, and it looked like it wasn't phasing Sheamus at certain points of the match, and Sheamus will get back up, either chop him, elbow him. Even when they were fighting on top of the beer wagons, the liquor wagon or whatever that is. The keg.
You're talking about the whiskey barrels?
Yeah, they were fighting on the barrels. Yeah, and when Sheamus delivered that white noise from up there and dropped him through the 2 tables, I was like, oh my god, these guys are really taking it out on one another this match. And the fact that they used the shillelaghs back and forth, you could really see that was the weapon of choice between the two. They both were just delivering on every cylinder within their hits. Everything was nice, hard, crazy. The cricket to the back. Just when you thought the match was over, you was like, shit, this match is not even over yet.
Right. I was like, what?
I was like, yo, he got to be out from this. And he wasn't. And then, Sheamus takes him outside with outside to the announcer's table, power slams him twice. The announcer's table doesn't break. And as well, when Pete took the dresser drawer from the bar and he was banging his back with it, I said, man, just a little bit closer, you would have hit him in the head, he would have been bleeding. But at the same time, Sheamus was eating those. That was pretty much nothing to him. And then he uses some zip ties and thinks that he's going to proceed to win this match. And he hits him with the bro kick, and Sheamus still got up. You're like, what? You got to be kidding me. And then Sheamus gets back up and high knees him, bro kicks him, and wins the match. And you're like, oh, shit. He beat him with his arms behind his back. That's what Sheamus is going to go on for next week. Like, I beat you with my hands behind your back. What can you do to one up it? Put your right leg up and tie it up? Come on, try to beat me this way. Good win for Sheamus. Very good win. Great match.
Well, I don't think they need to have another match. Sheamus has won 2 out of the 3 matches that they had. So
correct.
That's done. And you already mentioned everything that happened in the match. It's nothing for me to go off of. But overall, again, another banger of a match. LaJuan and I were talking about other matches that could have replaced matches that was on the Bad Blood card. This was one of them. This is a Bad Blood situation where they could have had a match during the pay-per-view, and I mean, my goodness gracious, I was very impressed. And again, it's all about the building of Pete Dunne. I was about to say Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne, and I'm seeing why he's called what he's called. And I was very impressed by him. And of course, I'm loving this role that Sheamus is playing right now as he came back to the WWE after his surgery or whatever he had going on with him, and being the veteran who's trying to help lift new and younger talent So yeah, shout outs to Sheamus for that. Shout outs to him for winning tonight. That match was just incredible match. And shout outs to the fact that we got our fourth, our fourth hardcore match basically in the last week and a half between Raw with the last Monster Standing match. We had NXT last week with Wesley and Zachary Wentz in their hardcore match. And we had Friday with the dumpster match, Saturday with I guess the Hell in a Cell or whatever you want to call it. Let's just say like we're turning up. We're turning up with WWE, and shout outs to them for that, for sure.
Shout out to them. Makes you want to gasp for air, doesn't it?
Yeah, it surely did, because I definitely did, because I mean the fans were yelling, "This is awesome," and it actually was. You know, after seeing them come off of that extra high whiskey barrel through two tables, and both talents were, you know, they both went through their own tables, and I was just like, shit. But I was like, I like this shit. This is great. And they had a great match between the two of them a few weeks ago without all this extra stuff. They had a regular match that was just great. So to add the extraness to it, please, come on, man. Mm-hmm. They definitely could have definitely been on a Vince McMahon pay-per-view where it might have been 6 or 7 matches for sure.
Totally. Spotlight. Have a great evening, night. I will watch the replay later. Thank you for tuning in, Spotlight. We appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by and leaving messages on the chat board. Facts. Love you, girl. Have an awesome night. All right. Speaking of awesome, Jay is our favorite girl. She's stage. Kelly, looking good. Continue to celebrate her birthday, I bet. And she's with the Undisputed, Cody Rhodes. What happened?
Yeah, Joe, I'm here with undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. And Cody saying that this weekend was chaotic would be an understatement. How are you feeling after everything that transpired at Bad Blood?
Well, I can't speculate on everything that's happened at Bad Blood. I'm sure you'll hear more about it this Friday on SmackDown. I am here just simply to find out what it takes to be the very first ever Crown Jewel champion. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you so much.
So that is Cody Rhodes.
He's basically checking out the competition, possible competition, because there's a match later tonight for that very title, that
the World
Heavyweight Championship. So basically, whoever wins this match goes against Mr. Cody right there for the Crown Jewel Championship.
That whatever that is, yeah.
It's I guess it's supposed to be like a granddaddy of them all. Like it's supposed to be even higher than this Undisputed and the World Heavyweight.
It's stupid as shit, but okay, we'll just roll with it, right? Sometimes that's what we have to do as WWE fans. We'll just roll with the shit, whatever.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like something that maybe they came up with.
So, Shane, because I see what you're doing right now, but what happened after that is you should have left it. He stopped and was stopped by Sami Zayn. It was a continuation. Again, this is the new norm. The promos are going in and out of each other. They didn't end there.
You're right, because I forgot. Here is Sami Zayn.
Discussing that happened at Bad Blood.
Man, I just wanted to tell you face to face. I want you to know that I plan being the one that you face at Crown Jewel.
Who is this figure
And look, I've known you
in
a
the
long
background?
time,
Again.
so if you want to talk about what happened at that,
We don't have to do any of that here.
I'm thinking it's
like
Shin.
I told Kathy, I'm here to see what it takes.
I don't
you
know.
yourself Can you do it
We
again?
ain't seen him
You
for like
shocked
5
the
months.
world once before with Gunther, and you want to be the one to face me at Crown Jewel? I'll be honest.
He'll be way back
I
there.
want that too.
Isn't he on SmackDown now?
No. Shin was always a Raw.
World Heavyweight Championship.
They got
Sami
dropped
Zayn was taking on
SmackDown.
Gunther.
Something could have changed, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whoever it is, they keep winding up in the same segment backstage with Sami Zayn. Again, I thought Shinsuke was on SmackDown. He got dropped to SmackDown. I can't remember because it's been so long, but whoever
I think
it
the last time we seen him, he lost to Sammy, right? For the IC title.
I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Damn, poor shit, Stan.
And for those,
wow.
For those of you who needed to be reminded, there was a look back at last week's last Monster Standing match. Mm-hmm. So that was explained. I noticed that they're doing that also. They're doing a whole lot of look backs.
That's what they always do on Raw. But, they're still kind of keeping the whole Raw thing going, but it's 2 hours now, so they got to pivot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So while that was playing,
while what?
We just lost our host.
While that was playing, we had
Raquel arriving in her car.
Well,
in a car, she was.
Yes,
arriving.
They were telling us that the Judgment Day was arriving, which wasn't true. It was Raquel Rodriguez. Shane, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What just happened?
You disappeared on us.
Holy smoke. Okay.
So yeah, you were saying while that was happening, we got the introduction of a car, and they were telling us that this clip happened earlier in the day.
This was earlier in the day. So my apologies. This is not happening as it's happening. Like this happened earlier.
Correct.
Earlier today, not right after the Cody.
So you might want to back it up.
Excuse me, I was hoping to get a word with the Judgment Day.
Well, it was just them driving in.
We didn't see nothing.
All right, let me see. That's them coming in.
Making a statement about Big Bronson Reed. This is earlier in the parking lot area as the Judgment Day arrived.
Looking like Sonya Deville.
A little bit.
Excuse me, I was hoping to get a word with the Judgment Day. Liv, I have to ask you about Bad Blood. I mean, Raquel Rodriguez's interference in your match with Rhea Ripley has quite frankly caused a ton of controversy. Do you care to comment at all?
Oh, you want to comment, Jackie? Of course you want to comment. Okay, well, yeah, sure. Rhea technically beat me by disqualification, but you know what? I still have my Women's World Championship.
Jackie.
I still have Teddy Dom. I still have the Judgment Day. And now I have Raquel Rodriguez. So you know what that means? That means I'm the only person in the WWE that still wins even when I lose. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah,
Again,
actually, Raquel,
a
it's
pivot.
been a long time since we've seen you. Are you officially a member?
I'm so sorry, but I think that's all the time we have today for interviews. But what I can tell you is that we are moving on from Rhea Ripley and focusing on Nia Jax and Crown Jewel.
Let's get out of here. Yeah, let's just leave.
Wait, what?
Okay.
You're leaving?
Let's just go.
The show hasn't even started. I don't think you can. Raquel, are you officially a member of the Judgment Day now? They're actually leaving. So I
That's
guess
a
we're going to
question.
have to wait for some clarity on the Judgment Day's new alliance with Raquel Rodriguez. They're leaving the building.
All is good in the
Again,
world of Liv Morgan.
I'll say because it's not a 3-hour show, we didn't get much from the Judgment Day today, especially after Finn losing on Saturday. So I guess we have to wait till next week.
I guess so. Meanwhile, while we're in St. Louis, we are here with Adam, our GM manager, the general manager of Raw, with the general manager of not Shawn Michaels, but general manager of
NXT, right?
NXT Ava. Don't cut
Jay,
your eye.
Jay, you know who your NXT general manager is now, right? At this point, right?
Stop it. Stop the shenanigans.
You said it was Shawn
You
Michaels
said
last
it.
week.
You said it with
Okay.
confidence. Said it multiple times. We tried to warn you, but here is your here's your COO, Ava J.
No, this is huge. Tomorrow, yes, they're going to kill it tomorrow night here in St. Louis on the CW. NXT, it's perfect. And I'm proud of it.
Here. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Adam Pierce, nice to meet you.
Fantastic to meet you.
Sure.
I wanted to chat some business with you. One of your Monday Night Raw superstars,
Yeah.
Punk, wanted to stick his nose in my business, be a special guest referee. He actually ended up costing me my championship. So I would love it if you and I could chat, course correct this whole thing, and get me back on track.
That's not me.
Ethan Page, who I thought was gonna interrupt the Hell in a Cell match on Saturday because of what we saw last Tuesday between him and CM Punk, which is what he's complaining about right now. And so, I mean, he has a.
And that was one thing I was saying. I was saying the other night too. If he didn't show up Saturday, for sure we get him tonight.
But what he's saying is total bullshit, though. I mean, Punk didn't cost him the match. He lost the match on his own. Punk just gave him a GTS after the match. So, like,
Costing me my championship. So I would love it if you and I could chat, course correct this whole thing, and get me back on track.
Course correct. He cost you your championship? Problem. I didn't appoint him the referee.
Okay.
No, Eva did.
Hi, it's me. Your boss.
Eva did.
Listen,
Your
I'm
boss.
so flattered that you came all the way to St. Louis just to complain to me.
That's very nice.
That's so sweet. Former champ. Listen, as much as I would love to hear you yap like I do every single week, I'm off the clock right now. So sorry.
Then what are you doing here?
That's what I'm doing here.
Shane's favorite rapper.
Nice to meet you.
You look hella familiar.
Yeah?
Trick whipped your ass up there. How you
Oh, hello.
doing? How you doing?
I've done better.
You don't gotta get an attitude.
Wow.
Don't worry about him.
What about
Anyway,
tomorrow?
Yes.
Huge.
Tell me about tomorrow.
In a St. Louis. Yes.
I'll tell you what, Joe.
Nice.
Bow, bow, bow.
We got some drama going on tomorrow with our special guest performer, Miss Sexy Red, and Ethan Page. Ooh.
No, he won't. In and out. In and out. Just like us knowing about Tiffy for Monday. In and out.
That's all you want.
Anyway, match number 3. Not 2, not 4, not 6 or 8. It's 10 women's. 10 women's tag team match. Unholy Union and Pure Fusion versus Mundo's favorite, Natty, Zelina, Lyra, and CNC Music Factory. Mundo, Jay, hit it.
Yeah, just the fact that it's a 10-woman tag match told you everything that we need to know right now.
Didn't help,
This was not at all. This told us everything that we need to know. This was the bathroom match of the night. I mean, this match was like, okay. It was, I don't want to say it's a hot mess, but I'll just say that it was just too much going on at one time. You know, for it to be a traditional tag team match and them having everybody doing whatever the hell they were doing at one time. And you're just like, where do I watch? What am I looking at right now? And it's just like, ugh. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, this was out of the 4 matches tonight, this was the one that you just disregard. because of the fact that we're in a 2-hour span and they have to throw this storyline with all of these people into one match, just tells you that, like, all right, we don't really give a damn about it. We care, but we don't care. We got to make sense of it because it happened last week. But great job. I mean, I don't know.
If we had the third hour, then this would have probably been split up.
Yeah,
into a 3-on-3 and then a tag team match.
Right. It would have been Lyra and CNC versus PFC. But since it's a 2-hour, you got to add the other two and the other two, and it's like whatever.
Yeah,
Jay, go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
It was too much for me. And I'm not sure if I messaged you on this match, but bro, this match wasn't. It wasn't it. It was just too. They were not on the same page. Nobody was on the same page
because what's happening at once.
Once all 10 of them got in the ring, I said, you know what? I'm closing my book. I'm not even writing shit about this match because, bro, I'm lost. I'm confused. Because the moment I write about one person, here comes 8 other people, 9 other people, and you're like, oh, fuck. I can't write everybody's name all at one shot. So, yeah, pretty much, the good guys won. The good girls won. Lyra won the match for everybody.
She did. I didn't even know that much. Goddamn.
Yeah, all I heard was leg drop by Lyra.
Oh wait, yes, one thing I did right. I said once again, Lyra stole Melo's finishing move, nothing but net, and all of a sudden, when is that her finishing move? All of a sudden, wasn't she doing like a fisherman suplex type shit?
Yeah,
but so all of a sudden now she's doing the nothing but net. I don't like that. That's one thing. I literally wrote that down. I don't like that. Change your finishing move because it's already done by someone else better. Cut the shit.
Yeah, I thought that when they supposedly gave this to her, I was like, was there any other female that or old school person that had that leg drop like that?
No,
but as you're saying, it's similar to the first 48. So you're like,
no, not the first 48.
I mean, not first 48. Oh, okay.
Nothing but net.
That's all right.
I don't like it. It's like why are you doing the same exact move that he's doing?
Hurts.
Like enough.
All right, that hurts.
Kalani needs to call her out on that one. Like, come on now.
So you're saying that you don't like her doing this move because someone else is doing it? I mean,
yes, it's somebody else's finisher. Why are you? It's not like Melo is a Hall of Famer like a Stone Cold or Shawn Michaels or somebody like that, where it's like, all right, yeah, they've won it millions of times over, and it's like a Hall of Fame move. Dude is still in the ring right now and doing it. That's his finisher. Like, what the hell? And they tried to give it some corny ass name that I can't even remember from earlier tonight. I'm just like, what? Cut it out. And like, ugh.
I get your pain. Get the pain.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, yeah. Is it because of also the fact that it's the same move, but they want to give it a different name?
Yeah, it's literally the same exact thing. It's a leg drop from the top rope, and the opponent is in the same exact position. They called it whatever they called it tonight that I didn't even bother to remember. Versus nothing but net. It's literally the same exact thing, and I'm just like, okay, are we supposed to act different from her doing it and him doing it, even though he doesn't? The only other person that I don't mind doing it is John Cena, because besides him, nobody else was doing that. But that's not his finisher. But it's Melo's finisher. Like, what?
Because it's a finisher, someone else's finisher, and you want to camouflaged it with a different name.
Yeah, and it's
okay.
And she won from it.
I'm surprised. Like it looked like a very confusing battle royal type thing. Like it had like that vibe, especially when they started before the bell rang, wrong ring. They just went right at it.
Yeah,
and it was just like a free fall, and
Right.
it was very confusing. I didn't know who to look at. I didn't know what was going on. It was to a point where I was like, yeah, okay. And I just like put some notes, and next thing you know, I hear the bell ring, rang, rung again, indicating that the ladies won. Miss, the team NZLCC, if you want to call it that.
Whatever.
Congratulations. And I love how they all came out in Natty's music.
I mean, it's respect. She's
It's
the
respect.
veteran. She's the
Yeah.
veteran of the team. Again, I've been much nicer to Natty as of late, and I'm not gonna trash her. She tried, and it is what it is.
Yeah, she lead by example.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here are two ladies that makes us happy. BB and J. For they have something to say also.
BB and J.
BB and J.
Butter and jelly. Butter and jelly.
Okay, I was playing the wrong clip, Jay. That's a mess. Okay, here we go.
Now that my girl B and I are done hosting Bad Blood, it's time to get back to business. In Damage Control, we heard your challenge last week. But let me say this with my chest. We can't wait to face y'all for our tag team titles. We see y'all, and let's keep it real. We're not taking our titles for granted. Damn right. But you know what? I'll give credit where credit's due. Y'all been tearing up this women's tag team division. And Io, you caught me slipping a couple weeks ago. But if y'all think for 1 second that Damage Control is about to take back over, oh, y'all got another thing coming. See, they must not know about us. You and I, we fought through the trenches to get our titles back. We actually took these titles from Damage Control. That's right. That's right. So you best believe we're not about to let y'all return the favor. But since you want to challenge us next week, let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Also, did they that sounds like a call out, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like they were shooting their shots.
We're gonna beat you again.
Mm-hmm. And I think that led to a women's tag team match for the future with BB and J versus Damage Control. Yeah, I'm not sure when. Is it going to be next week? I don't even know when exactly it's going to be, being that we already know that it's taped. So it literally happened. I'm sure there's a couple of people that was out there that probably recorded it and just gonna try to spoil it.
They gotta pull off double duty then, because if they gotta fight, and if they already fought, they gotta fight on NXT. They gotta fight on NXT in that 6 women's tag match. So you're like, oh, damn, they're not gonna overexpose themselves tonight then.
Well, I don't know. But we know that they will be the next opponents who could possibly be our next women's championship.
They're on a run. I mean, for the matches that we have seen from Damage Control, Kyrie and Io they've been on one for the last 2 months now. They have been on one. I can't even front.
They have, there was a time where if we was told about this match, we would have said, BB and J, easy win. Won't even think about it. But now, I don't know. It's pretty tough because it's been a game for these two, and it's absolutely amazing. I love seeing these girls. Shout out to them. Shout out to damage control, this new damage control where something happened and it clicked. They got it.
And Shane, not to mention that Io got that individual pin, one-on-one match, individual pin against Bianca Belair.
That was huge.
So
that was huge for her.
And I think, Asuka going down, and then what's her face?
Dakota
going down.
Dakota
going down. So, Io was like, enough. We gotta get serious. And it's so funny because they're a first time tag team, Io and Kyrie, because usually it's the Kabuki Warriors, which is Kyrie and Asuka, or I think there's even more familiarity with Io and Dakota. So for these two to get together and show us that strong style in these recent few weeks, anything can happen, and I would be fine with it. I'll be fine with them winning. I'll be fine with Bianca and Jade winning. Man, oh man.
Yeah, Jay. It should be a very interesting match.
For sure.
Because this is a new and improved damage control, an upgrade. This is gonna be good. Again, Mundo, are we gonna see this next week or the week after, being that next week is taped?
God only knows. I mean, we got 4 matches a week on Mondays now, so I don't know. Maybe invite them to SmackDown. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so before we get to our final match, our main event, I want to quickly do a Mundo move, and I want to do a Mundo's rumors, reaction, and hot take. And this is concerning your homie, The Undertaker. So during an episode of his 6 Feet Under podcast, WWE Hall of Famer The Undertaker revealed his Mount Rushmore of the wrestlers who cut the best promos. Wrestlers who cut the best promos. There's 4 of them. Do you guys like to guess, or would you just like me to tell you?
I'll say I can guess probably, from the the fact that he's been in different decades. So I'll say one of them is The Rock. One of them is John Cena. One of them is Stone Cold. And his 4th is probably going to be Hulk Hogan.
Mundo, you have 1 correct.
What? 1?
You have 1 out of the 4 correct.
Jay, let me think.
Jay, would you like to give a shot, or?
I replaced Hulk Hogan with Ric Flair. I forgot he loves Ric Flair.
Okay.
That would have been.
Go ahead, Jay.
Flair. I would think Flair would be on the list. I'm gonna really say Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, it's tough, huh?
Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
And 4th.
Yes, it's tough because you're talking about a guy that's
Heyman.
30 years. Paul Heyman?
Paul Heyman.
Okay. Those are good picks, by the way, fellas. But here are his actual 4. Number 4 is Arn Anderson.
Really? Wow.
Arn Anderson. These are his picks for wrestlers who cut the best promos. Number 3, congratulations, Mundo. It is The Rock. Number 2 is Ric Flair. Okay. And number 1 is Dusty Rhodes.
Wow, he's old school. He's old school, but the fact that, I mean, I get it because he's always been infatuated with The Rock and how he cut promos during the 90s and Attitude Era. I mean, because I watched Young Rock, so they had someone play the Undertaker and all that, and he told the stories about that. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that. But all right, I should have known that Undertaker's an old school guy. Old school guy. So you're.
That was a cool list. That was a cool list.
Yeah, it's a very interesting list, but it makes sense.
Yeah, very cool.
I mean, if you go back to that Vince McMahon, what do you call it, the docuseries, that was his first choice to become the WWF champion and the person to lead the new company, but he Dusty didn't see it, so he went with Hogan. Imagine if Dusty would have just said, "Okay, let's just do it." How much bigger Cody would be right now?
I don't know. I mean, I love Dusty, but I don't know. Hulk. First off, Hulk was visually more of an attraction. His presence,
but like he said, he was a bad guy first. He wasn't a good guy.
Yeah, he started off as a bad guy, absolutely.
Right. Whereas Dusty was a good guy from jump. So imagine what that would have been like if he would have had the Vince rocket behind him.
I don't know. Shout out to both Hogan and Dusty Rhodes. It was awesome being a kid with them being in the WWE. Yeah. Speaking of kids, did you know, Mundo? Did you know, Jay? Rick Rude.
No.
Yeah, I don't have the song.
I got you. Did you know?
Did you know? We go in the hallway. Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know?
Thank you, Mundo. I was like, thank you, Mundo. Yeah, Jay, I know. Did you know, fellas, that Rick Rude, you know Rick Rude, the guy that had the body that used to gyrate all over the place, and he had this guy as his manager, Bobby Heenan. Yeah, Bobby Heenan, right? Rick Rude used to spend time with the Neidhart family.
Oh,
really?
He used to hang out. He was there a lot, hung out with the family, very close with the family. And one time he dressed up as Big Bird for Natty's birthday party. Did you know that, Mundo? Did you know that,
No.
Jay? Did you know?
No.
I did not know that. Wow. That's beautiful. I mean, hey, look.
Isn't that something?
Basically, if you're looking at him as like an uncle, you do whatever you can for the kids. But wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. He loved
Big
them
Bird.
and the family. Yeah, he was hanging out with the family quite a bit. Yeah, they love him. I had no idea. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, I did it. Did you know? Nice. Nice. All right, so we made it, fellas. We did a lot of talking, 2 hours and 10 minutes in, and we are here for the main event. The main event.
I gotta download that sound again, right? Don't I? Yeah, I should.
It was pretty cool. So we have once again those 4 matches within the 2-hour show. This is the main event. This is for the World Heavyweight Championship, Jay. Sami Zayn versus Gunther, depending on where you're from. Jay, Mundo, talk about it.
Man, this match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. What I would say is, as strong as Gunther is, Sami's very, very resilient. We could see that throughout this entire match. Gunther was hitting him with chops that were dropping Sami to the floor. Some of them were just like stinging him to the point where he was stunned and he would drop. There was one time when he put him on the top of the ropes in the corner and it was like he stretched his whole body out, and the crowd was like, "Ooh," because it just looked like, if it was like a video game or something, all you would have had to do is just go and just like rip the rest of his body off. So yeah, mind me, I watched a little bit of Mortal Kombat. Yeah, but
we know.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that Sammy's offense when he did get his energy in there, he hit him with the haluva kicks, but at the same time, when he missed the second one, you kind of knew right there, like, he's in trouble, because you see Gunther's offense is like it's like 3 or 4 moves within a 15-second span, because it'll be like a quick 2 chops and a hit to the back, power bomb, and boom. And he should be like, you know what? Damn, screw it. He's not going down. Let me power bomb him again. Boom. You're like, damn. Like Sammy really getting up from this, and the fact that Sammy doing one of those pins got up at 1, you're like, no. He really was pushing. He was really pushing this match. And it reminded me of the first time that they had the fight, when the time Sammy beat him for the IC title, that Sammy was not stopping. And it seems like Sammy's the only guy who could counter everything that Gunther does. He might be his greatest foe since he's been on the roster. I think Gunther will even have this probably say that himself. Like, Sammy does not stop. He keeps on coming at me, and he's not like everybody else where I could beat you, like beat you real quick, end you. Sammy's that cockroach that you can't stomp. So, kudos to Gunther for putting him to sleep and retaining. But at the same time, you notice that most of Gunther's matches, when he does defend the title, is always on free TV, cable TV, or shall I say cable TV. And he ends a lot of these matches either with his powerbomb or a submission. And I know he has, besides the sleeper, he has another submission, but he finds all these orthodox ways to beat you. So I definitely give it to him for the win tonight. Shout out to the Ring General for retaining and heading into Crown Jewel as the champion.
Yeah, Jay already mentioned everything needed to be mentioned. I just want to give a shout out to the late Psycho Sid, because those power bombs tonight from Gunther just reminded me of Sid. I mean, as a kid growing up in the new generation era, where the championship went back and forth between Sid and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart and The Undertaker, those power bombs reminded me of Sid a lot. I mean, they were hellacious power bombs. And that moment that you mentioned, Jay, I called it personally. I said, look at Sami Zayn hulking up. He kicked out at 1, and he's like, oh my God, I'm doing all this extra stuff. I'm like, well, okay now, Sammy, all right. But yeah, like you said,
right.
That was just like you said. I agree with you. He may be Gunther's greatest foe, because out of all the wins that he's had, that one loss came against Sammy, and to be honest, they're only 1-1 against each other. So would I be surprised that we might get a run back of these two for the World Heavyweight Championship somewhere down the line? I would not be surprised, because again, that is his only loss, and they're only 1-1 against one another. And yeah, shout outs to Sammy for hanging in there, whether he got beat up or not. Shout outs to him also having new ring attire. Having him step away from the gorilla sound again at the door, but having him look good. And again, it's not a bad look for Sammy. Sammy hung in shame. Jay looking at shame. But yeah, shout outs to Sammy for hanging in there. And brother, look, other people lost way worse than you did. You lost via of a sleeper. Some people lost from the power bomb into the clothesline, into other things. So we've seen worse. So no need to hang your head. It was a hell of a match. Hell of a match to end out Monday Night Raw. So shout outs to you. And of course, shout outs to the winner, Mr. Gunther. And now he will go on to face, and what I don't really understand, but he'll go on to face Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel Championship, which is, I don't get it, but okay. That's how we ended out Monday Night Raw, with the two of them standing face to face. Again, I don't get it, but I anticipate some type of bloodline interference costing Cody the match, even though Gunther doesn't really need it. But
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. But thank you, Mundo. Thank you, Jay, for that awesome ending of our Raw recap show. That's it. We made it to the end. But before this, one more little thing that we have to cover. There's one more little question that I have to ask before we end the show. And it's that question that we ask at the end of every show. Fellas, and it's a simple question. What is your... Okay, there it is, button. What is your 3 bells match and or moment of the night? We're going to start with Mundo, and then I will follow, and we're going to end with Tuesday's NXT host, Triple J. Right over there.
Well, I'll go with match number 1. I really enjoyed seeing another side of Xavier Woods, seeing him be the aggressor in the match. And, you know, it's something new to us, seeing him in a singles competition, because we're so used to him being, you know, in tag team situations or whatever like that. So I'll give him that. So I'll take match number 1, the IC title match, as my match of the night. Moment of the night. It's so weird because Raw was so weird tonight because it's only 2 hours. I'll go with my moment of the night. Freak it. I'll go with my GOAT. I'll go with The Miz challenging R-Truth and putting him in his place and telling him, like, you constantly putting me and us in matches without conferring with me is the problem. That's why we're not together anymore. So that's my moment of the night. Match and moment of the night, guys.
Nice. My match of the night, believe it or not, is match number 2, the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. You know, I'm the type of guy that just like matches that are like beyond the norm. I like when they add little elements into the match, and I like how for this match here they had the bar, and they had the big whiskey barrels, and they had all of these things that they can use as weapons instead of just the traditional, you know, regular match that we usually see. Sometimes it's good that they step out and do something like this, and I enjoyed it. They picked 2 awesome superstars that have this type of match, and it was awesome. It was good from beginning to end, and I don't want this fight to end. I really don't. Like, I don't mind if they have like a regular match and then do something like this again, where they can use elements from the outside. My moment of the night, if you know me, you know that I like me some Breaker. His surprise attack on what's that, the New Day and Jey Uso. I gotta love it. That's my moment, and that's my match of the night, Jay. Sorry I made you bored, Mundo.
You didn't. Trust me, you didn't. Had a long way.
Wait a second, you and your tag team partner yawns while I'm talking. It's like, excuse me.
My apologies. I'm sorry.
Well, like, see, with me, I have 2 matches of the night just because both of these matches were amazing to me. And that will be our second match with Sheamus and Pete. And then Sammy and Gunther. Both of these matches were hard hitting, and we could see that the underdogs were actually being the underdogs, and they showed a lot of resiliency. My moment of the night would be seeing Seth freaking Rollins come down the ring and the fans sing his song. I have missed that, and man, and then after that, he had that Shield attire that was dope as well, and I was like, yeah, giving us a sign. I felt something was planted tonight as far as with him and Jay, and I can't wait to see what's next between the two when they do ever cross up. And hey, that's my match and moment of the night tonight.
Jay, you know what? What's funny? Your sister said the same thing. She said that Seth was wearing his Shield attire tonight. So that's wild that you said the same thing. And you weren't even in chat at that point. So shout out to both of y'all.
All right. Because the thing, just one little quick thing that I noticed between the two, and I've been thinking to myself, especially when Shane, I think one of you two brought up the picture last week and showed the active roster of showing that Brock Lesnar had returned and is on the on the active list. And I started thinking to myself, what if we are possibly seeing like a future mashup where it features all of Roman's arch enemies together on a team with him being assembled by Cody? Because I feel that if Jimmy could be together, they're gonna probably get into it with him. Now he got Seth, and Seth's relationship with Roman stretches far back, and the fact that he helped Cody, as well. And then you got Jay. Jay's the hottest thing right now, and I kind of feel that you would add Brock Lesnar into this.
Shit.
Yeah, because Paul Heyman hasn't been seen, and that's another foe that Roman had along the way. And I would think they will assemble that type of a team.
So you're telling,
5-man team.
So you're basically discounting Sammy,
right,
and replacing him with Brock. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit. Wow, Shane.
Yeah.
I guess we'll leave that for SmackDown, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely. I mean, so all in all, fellas, this is the first of many 2-hour episodes of Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it ran okay. It had a flow to it, which was cool. Like I like the intersection, the overlappings of the superstars that led into the next story, the next scene. That was cool. But yeah, I guess I just got to get used to this. It feels so much like SmackDown, and
I told you from last Tuesday with NXT. I said we're going into that SmackDown loop of the timing. All shows have to end at the time that they have to end. So it is what it is for now. We'll see.
We'll shall see.
Triple H said, "You'll find out when it happens. He'll find out when it happens, and we'll know whether or not Raw goes back 3 hours." We heard SmackDown will be 3 hours come next year. NXT obviously is staying 2 hours on what do you call it? CW. So it is what it is.
So Friday night SmackDown 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that I can live with. I can mess with that.
Yeah.
3 hours,
especially with The Rock on it. Especially with The Rock on it, we're gonna have extra time. This motherfucker will kill a whole hour by himself.
He'll kill an hour.
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Like literally an hour, and we wouldn't complain at all. Wouldn't even know that an hour passed.
Oh, we only got 2 matches tonight? Oh, all right.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's okay. Wouldn't even remember the matches. All we remember is everything that The Rock said.
Right.
Anyway, if there's anything else, I'll press the big red button. About to press the red button. About to press the goddamn button. Okay, here we go. This is it.
And that's the bell, folks. You've been listening to the Three Bells Podcast with your hosts, Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac. Bringing the thunder from the ring straight to your speakers. But the conversation doesn't end here. Keep the conversation going in the comments. And follow us on our socials to get the latest scoop on WWE events and behind-the-scenes action. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and above all, stay tuned for more hot takes, news, in the world of wrestling. Expect the unexpected. See you on the next show, the Three Bells Podcast.
Hey.
Come on, Shane.
The fellas having me talk over this beat. This is Sexy Red's Get It Sexy instrumental. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today at the Three Bells Podcast table.
Get it sexy. Go ahead, Shane.
Come on, Shane.
Get it, Shane.
You want me to be rude and do this, right? Okay, so thank you everybody so much. Thank you everybody so much for joining us here at the Three Bells Podcast as we have our Monday night recap show featuring me, your homie Shane O'Mac, and this guy over here, Triple J. And Sexy Red's biggest fan right there, Mundo, aka Mr. CEO. Don't forget, you could tune in to us every Monday, 10:30, every Tuesday, with Tuesday night NXT with this guy over here at 10:30. And then on Fridays, Friday Night SmackDown with this guy right here at 10:30. Don't forget, you can we ask please, if you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get the notifications of our next live. And don't forget, you can check us on our socials on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, and of course, YouTube. If there's anything else, that is it. Congratulations to WWE and 2 Hour Raw. Gotta get used to that. Anyway, everybody, this is me, this is me, your homie Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the Eastern US section of the Three Bells Podcast table, reminding you all to have an awesome, productive week, and laugh hard, and love harder, and good fight. Good night. Mundo, Jay, take it home.
Say his name and he appears.
Yeah! What's up, everybody? You know what time it is.
Yeah. Drop it. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself. And yes, that is the Three Bells Podcast Monday Night Raw recap. Hey. Woo! I enjoyed myself tonight. 2-hour show, Monday Night Raw. Somehow we still beat Raw by having an extra half hour. But you know what? We had a good time tonight. It doesn't matter. We had to recap from Saturday. But fellas, I enjoyed y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for having me, Shane O'Mac. My guy, Triple J, thank you for having me. And Shane said everything that I would normally say. So it's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself. Let's go Mets. We got to go back and defend home field tomorrow night or later on today in the LLDS. Let's get that W. It's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself. And I'm out of here. Hey.
Yeah, it's your boy, Main Event Triple J, now signing off on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that listened tonight. Yeah, shout out to everyone that listened tonight, and bless y'all all. You know, we're going to be back at this later on today at 10:30. I'm loving this 10:30 time. for all 3 shows. It's a relief. We get some sleep. We be refreshed, re-energized for all of you out there. We'll continuously bring you better product. Let's get it, everybody. Love y'all. Blessings, fellas. See y'all later on. Let's go, Mets. And let's go. Hey, let's get it sexy, everybody. Hey. 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 Hey.
Turn that up in my head, Shane. Come on.
Bow, bow, bow.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Bow, 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 bow.
Hey.
Go, Shay.
Hey.
Go, Shay.
Hey. And as always, hey. 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 No heat.
He wants to do what? No one wants to hear that splash in the podcast. No.
NXT